about 5 years ago, John and I really began tithing, truly tithing for the first time ever in our marriage. We had given, here and there, but we had never really given 10% like the Bible commands us to. And we just came to a point in our marriage where we needed to make some changes, and we knew that things weren't going as well as they could be, and that's when we made the decision to.
I remember that night
start
where
tithing.
we looked at each other and we said, no matter what, we're going to
tithe.
tithe.
Yep, absolutely. And so about 3 years ago, even prior to that, about 5 years ago, we really began praying once we started tithing that God would restore to our family everything that had ever been taken from us. Finances and relationships with family members and different things. And so about 3 years ago, a couple of years after we started tithing, Connor came to live with us, and that was just such a God story. If you ever have the time and want to hear it, come see me and I'll be happy to share it with you. But he came to live with us, and God really, really worked that situation out. So that was like the first time that we saw
We saw so many different types of blessings.
Yeah. But that one wasn't a financial blessing, but that was did something for us in our faith that we looked back and go, that is a direct blessing of us tithing, and it was awesome. So then after Connor came to live with us, we needed a bigger home. And in the natural, we were not in a financial position to have a bigger home at the time. We had actually, gotten into some debt, and we really needed to pay it off, but it was just like with the kids and bills and things, it's like, how do we even begin to pay this off?
I remember that because you came up to me and you told me that God said to write everything down that you wanted in a home and put it all in detail.
Yeah. So I did. Like one night he went to work, and I remember sitting on the couch with my iPad, and it was God had said, write everything you want in a house. And I was like, well, this is crazy because we can't get a house, but I wrote it all down anyways, and I was very specific. Like I even said the type of crown molding I wanted, and that I wanted a window over my kitchen sink so I could look out and watch my kids play basketball, and it was like very detailed list. So I wrote that down, didn't tell him about it, and just really began praying that God would open some doors. So a few months after that, actually, things just started happening supernaturally. Tell them what happened with the checks in the mail. And
we were praying we were believing in God to help us financially. And I would get excited because every time I go to the mailbox, I would look for a check in the mail. Okay, God, today is my day. And I would go to the thing. Well, one day it showed up. And it wasn't a little check, was it? It was
a big check. In fact, so it happened to us twice, and we knew where it came from, but it was unexpected. And so twice we got 2 checks that paid off all of our debt. Paid off other than our home and our car, but it paid off all of our credit card debt, everything that we had that was really making us struggle financially. There was enough that came in that we were able to pay that off. We were able to tithe. We were able to go on a vacation, and then I was actually able to call the mortgage company and apply for our loan for our new home. And it was just a really neat thing to watch how God moved and all of that. So now we're just believing that our house gets paid off.